This mission's a fucking slog. I apologize in advance. Not only are the objectives really far away from each other, they're all like behind timed events.
The honeybee must still be hidden at their base, the fort at Desmasi-Laman.
Our primary objective is to secure the honeybee weapon, but our secondary objectives are to extract 2 snipers from the mountain relay base, extract the prisoner who cannot speak, eliminate the skulls, which is a boss fight at the end of the level, and secure the honeybee with its ammunition intact. The game kind of wants you to use the honeybee against the skulls, but that's not going to be an option for us. Once again, because we're playing in subsistence mode, there is a side objective that we're unable to complete, because we don't have access to certain tools and equipment, and that is to destroy the enemy gunship. If you weren't playing in subsistence mode, you just load into the level with a rocket launcher or something to shoot it out of the sky. We do acquire a rocket launcher at the end of the mission, which is the honeybee, but we're not allowed to shoot it in order to complete one of our objectives, so we don't really have any options to destroy it. I've tried playing around with like shooting it with mortars, which lie around the map, but it sees you as soon as you fire. The first objective we're going to do is the side objective, extract 2 snipers from the mountain relay base, so that's where we're heading now. The first sniper that we need to extract is in that little guard tower. And the next is on this catwalk on the other side of the canyon.
He's coming too. Roger that.
And this is the second sniper. Don't be too concerned about hurting soldiers before you extract them. It's easy to convince them to join our side if they've got a concussion.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Now we're going to head to the next location where we'll be completing the remainder of this mission's objectives. The vehicle that's about to drive past contains the prisoner who cannot speak, who we need to extract. They'll be heading to the last location in the level, or we'll be meeting up with them a bit later. If you tell them to freeze in one place, they'll stay there indefinitely until they are either found by another guard, or if a combat alert is set off. If you were to knock somebody out instead, they would eventually wake up and notify their friends that they've been attacked, and that would set off an alert. This is the gunship that I mentioned at the beginning of the level. We're not able to take it out, so we just have to avoid it. So we've arrived at the fort, where we're going to complete all of the remaining objectives in this mission. The jeep that was carrying the prisoner has also arrived, and the guards will take the prisoner and have him show them the location of the honeybee. We need to trail after them and intercept them and take the honeybee for ourselves and extract the prisoner.
That's Marseille Fort, to Marseille Lamont. Now to find the honeybee.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Get down.
This location's a bit of a labyrinth. I've tried a ton of different ways of trailing the prisoner and the guards to find an ideal place to extract them. The one I've settled on just has us going to a location a bit further along their route before they get there, and once they cross our paths we can just subdue them and rescue the prisoner without much effort. I enjoy this little exchange between these two guards. I think it humanizes them in a nice way. Goose!
Если взгромоздишься на такую штуковину, только выставишь тебя на обозрение.
Не вопрос. На выбаши. Нас слышишь? Разрабатывали для скрытого проникновения в тыл противника.
Может, нас запишут на тренировки с ним?
Ага. Новая необкатная техника. Практический отпуск. Не читай больше.
And now the prisoner and the guards will come right past.
Consecutive! C! U! C!
Here's our boy who we need to extract, and he'll tell us in return the location of the honeybee.
Boss, you need to secure that prisoner.
We've left those guards unconscious instead of holding them up for a reason. There's some guards positioned throughout this area that are standing in some really inconvenient locations. When the guards wake up, they'll sound an alert, which will cause all the guards to start running around, and that'll get them to move away from the places we want to go.
News boss. Looks like that prisoner you extracted was the main survivor. The guy's a mute. He pointed out the whereabouts of the honeybee on a map. It's on your iDroid. Head on over there and retrieve it.
For example,
На меня напали. Возможно, противник. Жду указаний. Прием! ЛКП, понял. Всем подразделениям. Быть начеку. Конец связи. КП, тяжелее призывить. Одного из наших вырубили. Прием! ЛКП, понял. Возможно, это вражеское нападение. Всем быть начеку. Конец связи.
me.
Mission
You secured the target. Now you just need to bring it back. Call the chopper from your iDroid. You are not to use the honeybee. The order was to recover it with its ammunition.
So now the fight with the skulls starts. We're not able to use the honeybee because we require all of its ammunition intact to complete our side objective. So we're going to be using a mix of CQC and shooting traditional guns to defeat them. The skulls use two kinds of weapons. They'll switch between a big machete and machine guns. If you see them pull out the machine guns, the main strategy is just to sprint at them and they'll switch to melee weapons. The skulls have some really exploitable attack patterns. They'll do these big jumping attacks which have a button prompt. If you press that prompt, you'll counter it using CQC, and that leaves them stunned and open to attack for about 4 or 5 seconds. This fight is possible using CQC only, but it takes about 20 minutes and it's an absolute nightmare. We're able to defeat the skulls with guns, and it doesn't count as a kill, because when you defeat them, they're not actually dead. The idea is that you just want to bait them into approaching you. Don't approach them out in the open. You're able to run out into the open and attack them directly during this phase where the fog increases, because they'll only attack you one at a time. We need to reposition at the moment because when you're in the CQC animation, you're very vulnerable to getting attacked by these zombie soldiers. That's me.
Call the chopper to get out of there. Bring the honeybee back to base.
So we've done all the objectives now, we just need to call the helicopter and get to the LZ. S-rank, Foxhound,
Development.
almost all objectives,
Mission
22
complete,
minutes.
and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.